Yo, it's me, it's the SEOTT. And I'm back with another finale review just for you. And now it's time to look at one of the most infamously controversial series finales, How I Met Your Mother. Oh, 9 seasons and all led to this, right? From the very beginning, we were asked, who is the mother? Victoria, who was met in season 1, season 2, was originally set to be the mother because they thought it wasn't going to go that long. Well, then went down the line and we got this. So we're introduced to Tracy McConnell in this season as she meets other members besides Ted of the group. And throughout the series, we're led to believe that, she was in Ted's class when he mistakenly went to the wrong classroom. That she was the roommate of a girl that Ted dated. That this yellow umbrella that makes appearances throughout the series was taken by her. Stuff like that. And all the lead up. In fact, the ending of this was actually filmed as far back as season 2. And filmed with the young actors, because they would age, David Henry and Lindsay Fonseca, excuse me. And it was filmed back then and brought and then added to this. And well, the most confusing thing about this, one of the most confusing things, is that Bob Saget does the voiceover for the older version of Ted. And we don't even get to see him as an older version because we have to get that visual of our Ted at the end of this. And so they just have Josh Radnor in a gray wig or something. And it leads you to think, why do we have Bob Saget narrating if we're going to have Josh Radnor show up at the end anyway? This finale is loaded. I mean, seriously loaded. You have... This whole season has been over the span of 2 days leading up to the wedding of Robin and Barney. And then in this finale, we see that they end up getting a divorce. And Robin becomes this news reporter on a world tour, if that's a thing. She's doing news reports all over the world. Is that a real thing? Because I don't think it is. If it is, let me know in the comments. She goes around the world doing the reporter stuff, and apparently now she's too important for her friends. I understand they still hang out with Barney, and that's her ex-husband, but that should not be the reason why she doesn't hang out with him anymore, and that's probably one of the main reasons. The other reason is that Ted is with someone else. You remember in my review for the Friends finale, how I mentioned how I hated the back and forth, will they, won't they, between Ross and Rachel, because it seemed like they just kept pulling us back and forth for 10 freaking years. Here, it didn't do it as much. Well, you start with Ted saying I love you in the first episode to her, and then you have them date for the entirety of season 2, I think. And they break up in season 3, and then there's Barney, which adds, they tried to do that with Friends with Joey, and that didn't work, but you add in Barney, and they kind of like each other, and then Barney ends up with her, but not because they get a divorce, because it doesn't work. And then Barney has this thing where he did a perfect week, 7 girls, 7 days. Now, he did a perfect month. 31 women, and number 31 got pregnant, so now he's going to be a father. And he, earlier in the episode, he does this thing where I would never tell anyone, any girl, I would never love a girl that much that I would tell them these sappy words, and he says the exact same sappy words to his daughter, which is a touching moment. But the biggest fuck you to the fans, the biggest one, is what they do with Tracy's character. And yes, they hint at it throughout the series, with one episode before they revealed who the mother was. and he has Ted, where Ted's talking, he would run in a different direction, go to some apartment, and say that if he had known her, that he was going to spend the rest of his life with her, he would have wanted more time with her, and he would have wanted, a whole speech like that. And then there's another hint where, most of the time they talk about the mother, they don't, the mother never shows up, there's no, talk or anything, and most importantly, there's a scene where, they're talking about Robin's mother making it to her wedding, and they say, what mother won't make it to her daughter's wedding, and then they look sad. So it's hinted at. But then we find out that Tracy has died. And that's one thing. That's not the biggest fuck you part of this. They decided that not only are they going to kill off Tracy, the mother we've been wondering about for 9 fucking years, which she dies, some sickness, whatever the fuck it was. That's fine. But to then turn around and have Ted go chasing after Robin again with the same damn blue French horn, it's just like, what? And I watched this live when it was on. Keeping in mind, I had not seen many episodes of the previous, and when I bought this set, I watched the entirety of it. And when it got to that moment, I remember sitting there, and the episode ends, and I just sat there, and I went, man, that sucks. Well, again, the Angry Video Game Nerd asks, what were they thinking? And yes, they have a special version on the DVD that takes that part out. This has them getting together, but come on. That's just editing to make the fans happy. It's just, no. Most of the other stuff in this I can handle. Marshall becoming Judge Fudge. Them having 3 kids together, that's fine. Barney and his daughter. Even, I almost said Rachel. What's in? Robin's world tour news reporting thing is fine. And even if they had killed off the mother, killed off Tracy and said, hey, she died and that's why he's telling this story. Like, you could say she just passed away, and that's why he decided to tell his kids a story of how he met their mother. That's perfect. But for then to not only say that she's dead, but to have him chase after Robin, just makes you think, why wasn't it just revealed that Robin was the mother? Because they ruined it in the first episode. Oh no, that's Aunt Robin. So it can never be Robin. And that's where they fucked themselves over, is that they made it specifically clear that she was Aunt Robin, and Robin could never be the mother. Or they could have gone this route. She was their mother. And you could say they're twins, right? And she was their mother, but he's not their father. They're Barney's kids. And, and he's taking care of them because Barney's not responsible enough. And she didn't want Barney to know. I don't know. I'm spitballing now, and I'm sorry. One last thing that I want to talk about is how there's a deleted scene that should have been in the finale. And I've seen this over and over again. I think it should have been fit in the finale. And it's a callback to an episode from season 2, Slap Fight, where we find out that Robin used to be a Canadian pop star in the 90s. And in here, it's where Ted says he's got to go, and she says, no, I got one last surprise for you, and then it cuts to her singing, everybody run and play, don't let your lives carry away, let's go to the mall today. That would have been so cool to actually have in there, but they decided other stuff in this finale was more important. Oh no, this finale is not as bad as whatever the hell one I did last time. What the hell? Not Friends. Was it Friends? No. It was the first one that I did, which I can't remember. 2.5 Men. It's not as bad as 2.5 Men's finale, but it's still not too good. It's been infamous for this. The fact that they not only killed off Tracy, but decided that he's going to end up with Robin anyways. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the How I Met Your Mother finale? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I got one more of these to do today. It's going to be a good one. Just trust me. Alright, so thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. I'll see you in the next one.